All right, I'm on hole number 6 of the 2019 Christmas tournament. I'm in Monday's qualifying, aka practice round of the rookie division, and I missed a putt on hole number 3. Yes, yes, that's true, and not on purpose. I was talking and just messing around and missed the putt. So I'm not sure if I'm going to qualify today. I probably will, just because I'm not. It's Christmas week. It always sucks when we have tournaments during the holiday weeks. I know people have time off, but most of the people that play this game are adults, and this is a busy week for us. All right, hole number 6. So here's some note. I've only played this hole one time with my low level stuff. In my upper developed account, I've been trying to see if I can bleed through this area and get out here. So the first time I was here with a power 3 ball, my first bounce was here, my second bounce was here, my third bounce was in the rough, and I got caught up in the rough right off the edge. And you can get on from here with a Nirvana. If you've got an upper developed Razor or you've got an Amazon, you can get on from here. If you've got lower developed clubs, don't do that, because it's everything that you can do with a maxed out Rapier to get, or maxed out Nirvana to get up there. Coming down here, I really think if this is the shot to get down there, that it's coming in, it's landing up in this zone right here and going from the tee box and trying to bring it this way so that you bleed out here. You've got less rough. The problem here is that you've got to control your speed so that you don't roll off on the other side. Because being out here, if you do the arc from the green to this point and you do the arc for your club, if you're out in this area, you're going to have even a tougher time getting on with those rough irons. So it's going to be really tricky. It's going to be a shot that we're going to have to practice to get the stuff down. And whenever you're bleeding through the rough at the end of a run like this, you can get inconsistent. So if you hit it in the narrow spot, it may end up in the rough, and you hit it where you wanted and it ends up on the fairway. So it could be difficult. I really think the shot to explore here, I see a lot of people are bouncing off of this island and trying to pull it up. The problem with that is if you draw the line from the tee box and you're here, you can't really move the ball. You've got to hit that ball straight. So your first landing area is here and your second landing area is here, and you've got to stop before you get in the rough out here. So like many other holes in this tournament, once your bounce is here, you've got to be really close to the edge in order to try and give yourself enough room over here so that you can be in the center of the fairway. So you got one trouble area. If you don't get that right, then you've got to thread the needle past this rough area. And if you're back in these areas, I mean, it's everything your club can do from here to get on with a rough iron. So if you get caught back here, you're SOL. I really do think that the shot from this side is to start over here and bring your ball like this, where you're actually using your curl to bring the ball over. And this is going to be a pure setup shot. And what I mean by that is that you would be at max, you'd be at the red line. Let's say we had, because I'm hoping that we have some kind of forward moving wind. You'd pull all the way to the red line. You'd be 3 rings off. You'd set your stuff up. You'd move the wind out. You'd do a shot with all your top spin and max curl to get up in here. The biggest ball you have in your bag, power 3 or bigger. Trying not to use any overpower. And this shot's going to be set up different if you're using a 2 power ball. It's going to be set up different if you're using a 3 power ball. It's going to be set up different if you're using an extra mile 6 than if you're using an extra mile 8 or an extra mile 9. So every club is going to be different. So you're going to have to find the right spot out here. The deal is that you could end up right here in the fairway, and that is a big long shot getting to the green. So here's what I did in my lower level account with a Marlin, and was on the green in 2 and got my birdie and went home. I started off here with a QB and a Marlin, and I went from here to here. So I started off here and I put on max side spin, and QB's got lots of curl, max curl, and ended up right here dead center in the middle of the fairway. I had a big dog and went from here to here onto the green. Okay, so to get my big dog from here to the green with a Marlin was a max overpower, max curl shot, but you can get it done. So with a Titan, I should have a much easier time getting it done, and I can get up there in 2 with low level clubs. So this is the shot that I'm going to take here. I'm going to bring a QB and go from here. I'm going to bridge the gap and end up in the center. I'm going to go from the center with the big dog and get on the green. That's how I'm going to play this with my low level account. If you're playing with an upper developed account, you're having any problems here, I really think that the way to go at this with the upper developed account is to land here and try and get through. Because if you don't get through and you've got upper developed clubs, then you're going to have a Nirvana or an Amazon or one of those, and you can get up on the green. Okay, but if you get lucky and you end up at here, you got a great shot. But if you're having any problems at all in this hole, bring your rock, bring your QB, go from here, go to here, go from here with a big dog to here, bridge the gap and get on the green. So that's how we're going to play this. And I've only played this hole one time, and I came here once with a level 6 QB and a Marlin and a big dog. I was on a 2. Got my eagle. Went home. This does seem like a hole that's going to eat a lot of people's lunch. And so I'm going to take my QB and my big dog. Big dog. An extra mile, tighten, and let's make sure, let's look at this big dog real quick. 25 accurate, so that's 2.5 per ring. And QB, 100% accurate, 1 per ring. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to hear. All right, let's get at it. Only thing different here than what I did the first time was ball, but I don't think that that's the ball is really going to make that big of a difference on the drive, because you're up against the edge there. You're just trying to bridge the gap to get over into that other fairway. Now, what may be different is I may be able to start on another fairway and do backspin. But with the Marlin, I wasn't able to get over there, so I had to bridge the gap and hop it over. Because I was only able to get like down into this area here, and I wasn't able to get all the way to the tip. So with the power 3 ball, I might be able to get my QB to start off over here so that I can just stick it right in the middle. And that makes that shot even better. Let's see which way my opponent's going. And they are in the brown stuff. So hopefully they won't forfeit so that we can show them how to play this. Okay, I don't want to do any overpower here. So we're going to put on all of that. And I'm going to take off. I don't need all that top spin. I just want to get over to that fairway. I don't need to get very far into that fairway. 3-6. 3-6. Getting it perfect. You definitely don't want to put on all that topspin so you can roll off the top. That should put me dead center in the middle of that fairway. As far as like distance wise, actually the closer you are to this edge over here, the shorter the hole is. But I mean, as far as like length of that fairway area, I should be right in the center. And that's all you need. If you get much further, you're actually making the next shot longer. So you can see where I'm at. I'm a little past, so this would be center. So I'm a little past center. So I've actually did myself a right. So max side spin, a little bit of top spin. I want to make sure that we're hitting over on the other side. You can see where that second bounce is, and it's going to come up towards the green. So I'm going to give myself a couple rings of maneuver. It's 2.5 per ring. So there's 2.5. That leaves me 1/4. So I'm going to go maybe a ring and 2/3. Look how much curl this club has on it. Hit 1 ring grade on the right. Slow down. All right, that's excellent. That means that when I come at that hole, because of this downhill slope, I'm going to be able to come at it from that area right there and put on. I'll go back and watch that video and see how much topspin I put on there. But I'm going to be able to probably either use no topspin or maybe even engage. It'll all be dependent on that second bounce. As long as I have enough distance that I can get that bounce up onto this side, that's the way to come at it. And with lower developed stuff, it's going to be, once we get that topspin worked out right there, that'll be a very easy shot, very little risk. I'm going to go for this shot. If I don't get it in, I'm going to not be too concerned about it. From this distance right here, very little movement on this ball from the wind, so I'm going to go right there. I'm going to kind of hedge my bet. 75 rings great to the right. Excellent. I really feel good about being able to get up there in two. The problem with the big dog is you have no ball guide, so it's not going to give you any good reads. The problem with the Viper is it has no topspin, so if you end up a little bit short, you won't have enough topspin to get it far enough to get it over there. So the big dog, I really feel, is the club to bring on this hole. It's just going to be dependent on getting that getting the topspin backspin correct, so that you don't overshoot like I did and end up in the rough. Because there's really no excuse for doing that. That was poor shooting on my part. But I feel really comfortable on this hole. I have no worries at all on this hole that I'm going to be able to get an eagle on. Getting the minimum score of -12 on this is really, I have no fears of that. All right, that was hole number 6 of the 2019 Christmas tournament and Monday's practice round of the Reiki division. Thanks for watching.